Stellantis files several lawsuits to block UAW strike. Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep's multinational parent company Stellantis has filed several lawsuits against the United Automotive Workers UAW union, after the organization has been threatening to strike against the automaker over claims that contract promises have not been upheld. Stellantis filed an initial lawsuit against the UAW and Local 230 on Thursday in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California, claiming that a strike would be illegal and would violate the parties' contract. Then on Friday, Stellantis filed 8 additional lawsuits against the union and local chapters over recent strike threats, along with claiming that it rejected requests over the weekend to reboot a defunct jobs bank program for employees affected by the closing of a Belvidere, Illinois factory. The automaker filed the suits against the UAW and 23 separate local chapters, including one against 7 local chapters filed in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Michigan, though the UAW has denied attempting to reboot the jobs bank program. The company rejected the UAW's latest proposal because it would revert to pre-bankruptcy terms and conditions that would jeopardize the company's future. Stellantis said in a statement on Monday via Automotive News, the company understands that this situation is extremely unsettling for its Belvidere employees, which is why it agreed during 2023 negotiations to place these employees on temporary layoffs, which provides 74% of pay and full healthcare benefits. The jobs bank benefits were adopted by the Big Three automakers in the 1980s, effectively allowing workers to remain on active payroll despite not being allowed to work. According to Stellantis, over 2,000 employees in the jobs bank remained at a staggering cost. The suits come after the UAW has been threatening to strike against Stellantis for the last few weeks, and after it filed a federal charge of unfair labor practices against the automaker last month. The union has been threatening strikes Stellantis over claims that it has failed to uphold an agreement from last year's contract to reopen the Belvidere assembly plant after it was closed indefinitely in February 2023. Following the closure, around 1,300 employees were left without work. Stellantis starts search for CEO successor amidst inventory woes. UAW Stellantis director Kevin Gotinsky denied claims that the union was rebooting the job bank program in a follow-up statement on Monday, instead pointing to the company's need to keep to promises to reopen the retired Illinois plant to avoid the strikes. If Stellantis lives up to its commitments and reopens Belvidere Assembly and builds the Belvidere Parts Megahub, our members will be back to work soon, and the cost to the company will be minimal, Gotinsky said. These employees can and are willing to perform work today. That is all they want, to have a future and be able to provide for their families as agreed to in our contract. UAW President Shawn Fain also issued a statement in response to the news. Stellantis, formerly FCA, formerly Cerberus, formerly Daimler, formerly Chrysler, is following in a long line of failing corporate executives blaming auto workers for their own mismanagement. It is gross mismanagement by top executives that is killing this company. It is laughable that Stellantis claims our proposal to reopen Belvidere is outrageous. In just the last 9 weeks, Stellantis has pissed away $1 billion in stock buybacks for a total of $3 billion in stock buybacks this year. Our proposal would cost a fraction of that and would go directly to the auto workers who have built this company. Everyone knows the so-called jobs bank didn't cause the 2008 bankruptcies, and auto workers aren't responsible for CEO Carlos Tavera's mismanagement today. We are asking that Stellantis keep their contractual commitments and do right by Belvidere auto workers and auto workers across the country. If they can't do that, then the only answer is for auto workers to join with dealers, suppliers, and shareholders in demanding that Carlos be shit-canned. Stellantis now facing strike from unions in Italy. Source: reposted and summarized from Zachary Visconti at teslarati.